Okay, today I wanted to try out a bit of a risky set. I'm going to try out Avalugg and OU. Now, Avalugg is not necessarily an OU Pokemon, but in this generation, Avalugg was gifted a couple of really important tools. First of all, it got heavy-duty boots, which in combination with sturdy actually means that Avalugg basically gets one free hit no matter what. So that's really useful for Avalugg. And Avalugg also got Body Press, which is much more impressive coming off of its defense stat compared to Avalanche or Earthquake or whatever other moves it was running before. Now Avalugg before used to run Curse. Now it doesn't need to worry about that. It can just run Iron Defense if that's the way it decides to go, and use Body Press to actually leverage its really strong 184 defense stat. But today we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to still keep the Body Press, but we're going to toss on Mirror Coat. And Mirror Coat should be useful against special attackers that want to stay in on Avalugg or even be brought in on Avalugg, right? A Tapu Lele comes in on Avalugg, and I can Mirror Coat it, and now the Tapu Lele's dead. The Dragapult often wants to come in on Avalugg as well. Of course, it has to fear Avalanche, but if it has a really strong Fire Blast or whatever, then it should be able to beat the Avalugg usually, and Mirror Coat should knock that out. Rapid Spin is, of course, really nice to have on Avalugg. The speed stat doesn't help at all, almost in every instance, but the hazard removal, of course, is quite useful. And then finally, we've got Recover. That way, if we get chipped, we can get back up to our Sturdy so that we can take those special hits. Next up, we got Guard Chomp. I'm running Tank Chomp on this team because we already have enough offense in the back, and I wanted to have a rocker, as well as a way to get rid of Pokemon like Corviknight. So Fire Blast on Corviknight, and hopefully that will two-shot it, and then our Avalugg will be a little bit freed up in that regard. We've got Clefable running double Stealth Rock, and we've got Heal Bell on here as well. We might change up one of these rock moves into something else, but at the moment I think that Stealth Rock is a pretty decent option, just so that the offense in the back can punch through in the end, whereas a lot of times those 2 KOs come up because you didn't get Stealth Rock up, right? And I got Heal Bell because I don't want the Avalugg or the Tank Chomp to get toxic or burned or whatever and then not be able to do their job. As well as these guys as well don't really appreciate status. The Zeraora is running Toxic in its last move slot because we want to be able to use our defensive core a little bit to stall out if we have to. And so we've got Toxic on this. Maybe if a defensive Hippowdon wants to come in or another Tank Chomp wants to come in. You can always run Blaze Kick or Play Rough or something wild in this last slot. The Toxic is nice for being able to whittle down fat Pokemon. Glaring Zapdos is the way we punch holes through fat teams. So hopefully we can break through the Toxapexes and the other fat Pokemon that might be coming up today. And finally we got Latios. Latios is our Choice Scarf Pokemon that will outspeed just about everything, right? It's going to outspeed Blacephalon, Kartana, all that stuff because it's base 1 ton. And then we've got Trick on it just in case we run into some stall. And Mystical Fire is always nice to have in the last slot. So let's see if we can find a game. Alright, for the first game we've got a decent matchup. I think that the Salamence at the least is going to be a more defensive set. Although it could be the Como. One of those is going to be physically defensive, and then the Gastrodon is probably specially defensive. Gastrodon might be a problem for the Latios, especially if it's Sticky Hold. And then the Volcarona is going to be really scary. But if we have Avalugg and we keep it healthy, we should be able to Mirror Coat that. So the Avalugg normally won't be able to beat anything else on this team. So I really am going to save it for the Volcarona there. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get up Stealth Rock. I'm going to lead off Clefable. Hopefully be able to do that as they go for Sludge Wave. So that is not a move you usually see on this Pokemon. I'm going to go into my Guard Chomp here. And I'm going to click Toxic. As they are not specs. I don't know what kind of damage this is, to be honest. They did get the burn, unfortunately, but we are Heal Bell. So that's fine. I'm going to Heal Bell first here. And now we're going to Soft Boiled up. This is a really interesting set my opponent has here. But I don't really know how much he got out of it. I'm going to go into Guard Chomp on the Aegislash. We don't really have much for the Aegislash. Fire Blast or the Earthquake. Earthquake is just stronger, I think. Okay, yep. And then finally, we're going to have to go into the Avalugg, I think. Because this was weakness policy. And actually, you know, I just realized we can't touch this. So that's a problem. That was really dumb of me. I choked there, but at the same time, what do I have for this? I don't want to sack Clef. I'm going to sack Latios. Okay, their Aura. Hopefully you live. Shadow Sneak. Ooh, it did. It lived Shadow Sneak just barely. Alright, so we made an unnecessarily bad play there, so we're not off to a good start. We didn't lose to that, so we'll take it. What would you go for here? I'm going to go Zapdos. I don't know what you'd go for here. Smart Strike, apparently. And that might just be GG. Because my team gets swept by Smart Strike. So, at this point, would you stay in when you know I'm sturdy? I don't know. I have to click Body Press, though. And it didn't even... Oh, it's Choppleberry. Interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, that's game right there. Okay. Cool. So my opponent had a really interesting team. The Gastrodon was not expecting Sludge Wave on it. I don't think the Gastrodon was really that big of a deal. The Choppleberry Kartana was a big deal. So there's that. And me throwing away an extra Pokemon there for absolutely no reason definitely didn't help, because it would have been really nice to have had that Latios there. So let's try not to do that next time. Okay, this does not look to be beat up Weavile. Weavile is still a problem for this team, though. I think I'm going to lead off with Zeraora here. And I'm just going to click the Plasma Fist. Yeah, something like that. You don't have a good Plasma Fist switch in. And, go Clefable here. Hopefully this isn't Calm Mind Clef. I set up Stealth Rock. You can wish up all at once. Wish Clefable is a little bit more annoying, but this should be okay. Now, do you click Sludge Wave or do you click Shadow Ball? I'm not really sure. What I do know, though, is that Clefable doesn't really do too much in this game. So I'm just going to do that in case it is Focus Sash. Because if that was Focus Sash Gengar, then it would be the problem for the Latios. Or Latios. Okay, Sludge Bomb there, that's fine. And at this point, I'm going to go Zeraora. I think Zeraora is a stronger position compared to Gengar, and we'll click Knock Off. As it goes Zapdos. So that's cool. And actually just click Plasma Fists here. Okay. Now I'm going to click Toxic. Maybe Toxic would have been better last turn. I was hoping that would 2 a KO, not going to lie. This is a very bulky Zapdos. And now at this point, I'm going to keep clicking Plasma Fists, you know? Okay, they went for Volt Switch there, expecting me to switch out, but I don't really have any reason to. They have no electric immunity on their team. And their Zapdos is baddest. And my Clefable is dead and gone, so at this point I don't have a Heal Beller, unfortunately. So if they want to Toxic me, that's unfortunate. I'm going to click Close Combat here. They may want to try to stay in and heal this up, yep, as they do. So there goes their Chansey. That frees up my Latios considerably. I still do have to worry about Ice Shard from Weavile and the Heatran. The Latios still isn't looking too great in this matchup, but it is quite nice to have, I think. Alright, so let's look at this. Mirror Coat is nice for the Heatran maybe, but Avalugg is still, like, it's a physically defensive Pokemon. What are you going to do? So I think I want to go into the Latios here. A really bold prediction, but like, are you really going to stay in with your Weavile against an Avalugg? Especially after you saw how much that did. No, I don't think so. I'm going to click Trick here. Now, Trick is maybe a bad play because the Gengar now is a speed tie. But we can see now that the Clefable is locked into Wish, so it has to switch out. Now it can switch into Heatran, but if it goes into Gengar, now the Gengar is dead. Now there was no reason for me to keep the Choice Scarf. Yeah, now I can't outspeed Weavile, but at the same time, one, I have my dedicated Weavile answer being Avalugg. No, maybe not dedicated. Dedicated's maybe the wrong word for it, but I have my answer nonetheless. And Weavile has Ice Shard. Okay, so it was Focus Sash. Cool. I'm just going to click Body Press again. No reason to get fancy and go for anything else. That is absolutely nothing. The Avalugg is a major tank. Like, Weavile was no way that was breaking through that. And my opponent just forfeits after that. So yeah, Avalugg didn't get to click Mirror Coat, but definitely showed its worth against the Weavile. We'll take that. This team is a bit Clefable weak, I'm noticing. So that's something maybe that can get fixed up. Okay. We've got Double Dark in the middle. And that Mew is scary. I don't know why, but that Mew is just saying, hey, I'm the cheap Mew set. I'm going to lead off with Zapdos just in case it is. Okay. This is a speed tie. If it is Choice Scarf, though, it is not a speed tie. I'm going to go Latios. I don't think you U-turn here, do you? Oh, what is Trick Room? Alright. I was not expecting Trick Room. Now I have tricked it. Aha. So now I can switch up moves one more time. But, this should be okay. Okay, we Draco Meteor here. And now it once again is faster. I'm going to go Guard Chomp here. And I'm going to get up Stealth Rock. And now Trick Room is over. And they have nothing that wants to switch into Earthquake. So I'll take that. What else gets Trick Room on this team? Mew gets Trick Room, I'm assuming. And I forget if Grimmsnarl does. Oh, what a weird mon to run Trick Room on, right? Because the Victini was Weakness Policy plus Trick Room. Such a strange set. I don't know what they were trying to do there. Very, very odd. Alright. I don't know what this is trying to do. I'm going to click Toxic there. And now I'm going to go Avalugg. Good, good, good. I'll click Rapid Spin on you. Sure, why not? And I'll click Recover here. Because the reason I'm clicking Recover is because I want to see if they go into Dragapult. Okay, we can just click Body Press here, and that's dead. Really, I have no clue why they went into that, of all things to go into. And I will click Recover again, because this isn't touching me. Ah, they get the burn. How unfortunate. Okay, I'm just going to Recover again. I'm going to Rapid Spin up, because why not? And, no, why not? I'm just going to mess around a bit. Okay, now I click Body Press. And hopefully now it doesn't kill me. Okay, didn't. Good. And we actually go down there, which I'm okay with. Alright. At this point, I'm going to go... I'm going to go into the... Grimmsnarl comes out here always, right? I need to keep Zeraora healthy. If I can Toxic the Mew, then it can't set up too much, I don't think, right? Oh, great. It begins. I probably shouldn't have done that. That's okay. Zeraora. Oh, good. It was not even... It wasn't even the nasty set. Okay, quick knockoff again. Quick knockoff on the Dragapult, and the Dragapult goes down. Okay, yeah, so because it wasn't the Demon Mew, this was decently good positioning, right? Zeraora being able to prevent the Dragon Dance from the Dragapult was really good. I'm surprised they didn't lead off with Grimmsnarl. If they'd gotten up screens, that could have been a lot bigger of a problem for me. Avalugg once again coming in clutch against those physical Pokemon. I'm really surprised nobody's trying to use special attackers against Avalugg. It seems like that would have been one of the more obvious things to do. Alright. I'm going to lead off with my... I don't want to lead off the Latios. I'm going to lead off with my Clefable. Yeah, because they lead off with Tapu Lele. Good. And now I'm going to set up Stealth Rock. I don't really feel the need to keep my Clefable in this game. It is nice maybe for the Kingdra, but even Kingdra will be normally wanting to spam water moves on this team, I would assume, right? What do we do here? I'm just going to stay in. I'm going to go Avalugg. They're going to be like, oh wow, I can't believe they went into Avalugg. And I'm going to click Mirror Coat. And there it goes. So that's sort of fun. Now, of course, was that a waste of an Avalugg? Yeah, that was a waste of an Avalugg. But against this team, I don't really know what else I was supposed to do there. Personally. I'm just going to sack this here. They're probably just going to U-turn, yeah. I could have gone into Garchomp, get off a bit of chip there. But this gives me better positioning, I think. Alright. 525. Quick math says the Choice Scarf Latios is not faster. So I need to go into my Garchomp here. And we will click Earthquake. As they are Ice Beam of all things. Okay, so I think maybe I just lost against this turn 1. With Plasma Fists here. As of course they hit the Hydro Pump. Are they modest maybe? If they're modest, I'll be ticked. No, they're timid. Yeah, there's nothing I had against this Kingdra. Now, I'm not Spadef Clef, so the Hydro Pump was probably... Well, maybe it wouldn't have one-shot me. I don't know. Maybe I should have saved the Clef. So yeah, maybe that was my fault. I figured the Kingdra would do Choice Specs. Apparently it didn't need to be Choice Specs to beat me down. Alright. This is a more standard team. We've got here the... What do you lead with here? Tornadus, maybe? Tornadus? I could lead off with the Latios and just scout. Okay. I'll go Clefable here. Something says Trick Sticky Barb to me. Well, that worked out. Let's click Stealth Rock. As they are Steel Wing. What? Okay, we go Zeraora on that. And now we click the knockoff into Garchomp. Cool. Now I'm going to go for Zapdos as they click Earthquake. And I'm going to click the Brave Bird. I took a little bit more damage there because I clicked Brave Bird. And their Magnezone gets to come in, but I can go Zeraora on you as they go Toxic, which I think is fair enough. Let me click Plasma Fists. Wow, they actually went from Fighting weak to fighting weak. I don't want to lose this to Dragapult, so I'm going to go back into Zapdos. Once again, I'm going to click Brave Bird. They've got 2 good fighting switch-ins, and don't want to lose them. If they hit Hurricane here, that's unfortunate, as they do hit Hurricane, and it is unfortunate. Alright, I will now click the Close Combat. What the heck is my opponent doing? Now watch them double into Ferrothorn. Oh no, Sucker Punch. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. We go Clefable here. We click the Soft Boiled. This is definitely Choice Banded. Okay. Flash Cannon coming here. Every single time. Yep. And now just click Mystical Fire on the Ferrothorn, come in. And Mystical Fire again. I'll probably just sack this if I had to guess. No reason really to save this. And I'm gonna click Mystical Fire again. I don't think they'll Sucker Punch, I think they'll Steel Wing. Oh, U-turn works too. Okay, Tornadus. Tornadus comes in, it's faster than everything, and Garchomp can't really touch it. Avalugg probably is better here. Now, if you're predicting the Ice move, then you U-turn here into Magnezone and die to Body Press. Yes, that's correct. I go Clefable, and I go into my own Clefable. Need to keep this around as they click Thunder Wave. That's pretty diabolical. I'm gonna Heal Bell here, and then start clicking Moonblasts. I can keep them low. They didn't even... That's interesting. Okay, so now we click Fire Blast here. I'm clicking Fire Blast here. I choked. What the heck was that? Okay, and it's I should have clicked Earthquake. I figured you'd go into the... Okay. Rapid Spin. You're just gonna Thunder Wave first. Actually, no, I should just forfeit. There's no point postponing this because the Dragapult, I can't touch it. Yeah. I figured they'd go into Tornadus there, and I didn't want to lose momentum. So, they obviously didn't need to do that. But, what are you going to do? I also wasn't thinking about my Avalugg not being able to touch the Dragapult. So even though the Avalugg was good for Dragapult in theory, because it couldn't touch it, it wasn't really doing anything. Alright, is this Weavile beat up? Interesting team. Gonna lead off with the Zapdos once more. Just to see what's up if they lead off with Mew. They lead off with maybe Garchomp. I'm not really sure what you lead with here. Weavile is not that big of a deal because I can always go into my Avalugg. And the Blacephalon is a big deal. Okay, good. So if this is... Oh, gross. What the heck? Okay. I'm going to go Garchomp here and click Toxic. And something come in. And they're like, I'm getting burns on all these guys. But guess what, boys? We got Heal Bell. So I don't really care about that. Okay, Stealth Rock time. And then I'll just Soft Boiled here. In case they want to explode. Okay. Now you go Celesteela here. And I say what? I'm going to probably not want to go Latios because I need to save it healthy for the Blacephalon. I'll go Garchomp here. I was actually a Totemize first. Air Slash. And I get 2 flinches in a row. So that's unfortunate because Zero Ore always here. We can't mess around with this. And immediate beam that, but Zero Ore lives. Once again, the clutch Zero Ore live. Wow. And I didn't even EV the special. It's just random max. And it's living all sorts of crazy hits. Okay. So Blacephalon can come out. Do I need this for anything? Not particularly. So you can do that all you want. I am Choice Scarf, and you have no switch into Draco Meteor. I swear, if this misses, I'm a flip a table. Good. Didn't miss. No table will be flipped today. Okay, in theory, on paper, if this is Avalanche, Avalugg, it just wins right now. But we are not Avalanche. So the one time where that would have been useful. But they may yet forfeit. I'm going to sack the Zapdos. They should just always triple axle here. Yeah. I'll just go Avalugg now. With Body Press. You already know from experience this doesn't do too much, although that did a lot more than I remembered it doing. I need to keep this around for Crawdaunt, but they did knock off my heavy duty boots, so I won't be able to really do much there. As they are actually going to Scale Shot up. So now Body Press should do a decent chunk. Fire Fang does nothing, and they flinch, so I will recover here. Body Press again. Why not? Wow. My opponent keeps getting everything. Okay, we just click Body Press always here. Now we gotta go Clefable. Okay, that's fine. So even though my opponent was determined to hacks me, I think we should be okay here. Provided that, yeah, okay, good. Draco Meteor lands, the 69%, and we win the game. So yeah, the heal bell on Clefable was nice to have, and the Celesteela flinching me down was not nice to see, and the Garchomp flinch and burning me was not nice to see. It's a bit of a hacksy game, but we made it through, and this time we had a better matchup, and we didn't choke, and that's the main thing. So I'm going to leave it at that today, and I'll catch you guys next time.